My independent and compassionate Aquarius friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Aquarius, there's a hush beneath your usual thought stream this week. It's a quiet but insistent feeling, something that colors the background of your days. There might be a sense of restlessness, not the kind that spins you out, but one that asks hard questions even as you go about your routines. You may feel a tension between what's familiar and a new pulse of curiosity, as if something vital is stirring but hasn't yet found its voice. In conversations, you might notice yourself holding back a little, sensing possibility but unsure if it's ready to emerge. There's both excitement and caution in you. The urge to break a pattern is here, yet the world hasn't quite shown you how. You feel the edges of change, but you're not sure what shape it will take. Underneath it all is a quiet longing, not for escape, but for something that feels more alive. This week, your emotional landscape is the pause before the leap, the tension of a door not yet opened, the anticipation that precedes movement. You know something wants to begin, you just haven't named it yet. Now, in the heart of that anticipation, the Ace of Wands flickers to life within you. This is not a thunderclap of certainty, but a subtle ignition, a spark you can sense rather than see. You may find yourself waking with an idea that won't let go, or feeling a subtle pull toward something new. There is an energy that hums beneath your skin, a low current of desire that doesn't need to be loud to be real. You are not consumed by restlessness, but you are quietly charged. It's the sensation of potential, the awareness that you are on the edge of your own growth, and that the old answers won't satisfy you now. Perhaps you notice a new enthusiasm for something simple, a hobby, a conversation, a plan that used to seem too far away. The emotional posture is open, alert, and a little vulnerable. There is a willingness to be surprised, even if you're not ready to say it out loud. With this comes a delicate tension, the fear that acting on this spark might change things too quickly, and the equal fear that waiting too long might dull it. You may catch yourself doubting whether you are ready or whether it's worth the energy to pursue what's calling you. There's a quiet negotiation happening inside, between comfort and curiosity, between what you've known and what you imagine could be possible. Your unspoken tension is not inertia, but the careful weighing of risks. You are not standing still, you are gathering. There is a sense that something within you is ready to grow, but you need the world to give you a sign. This week is about honoring that inner flicker, even if you're not ready to show it to anyone else. The Ace of Wands is alive in you, not brash, not wild, but steady and true. From this charged inner state, your path begins to form. The world responds to your quiet readiness, and things start to move subtly at first. That inner spark begins to attract opportunities, sometimes disguised as small practical choices. The way you carry your new energy changes how you notice your options. Little things seem to line up, a conversation that opens up a possibility, a task that feels less heavy, an invitation that seems perfectly timed. The space between your longing and the outer world narrows, not with fanfare but with a sense of alignment. Your willingness to be open makes room for things to unfold that might have seemed impossible just a week ago. The transition from inner readiness to outer opportunity is gentle but unmistakable. It is your own curiosity, quietly honored, that begins to shape your actual path forward. In this unfolding, the Ace of Pentacles makes its presence known, not as a windfall but as a steady, physical nudge. There's a tangible sense that the world is offering you something you can use, something you can build upon. You may feel a pressure to choose, Do you take a small risk, invest your time differently, or say yes to a new routine? The momentum is practical, grounded in the real world and the small decisions that make up a week. This is not a time of overwhelming events, but of subtle friction, a crossroads where the new energy you've been feeling asks for a response. External pressures might come in the form of deadlines, responsibilities, or the expectations of others. There may be moments when you feel the weight of potential, the sense that if you don't act, the moment could pass. The friction is not overwhelming, but it is persistent. Each choice you make feels just a bit more significant than usual. There's a quiet awareness that what you do now could lay the groundwork for something enduring. You may sense that you're at the very beginning of a new cycle, one that will require your attention and care. The Ace of Pentacles in this context is the world's subtle invitation to step onto firmer ground. It's both an encouragement and a gentle challenge. Will you let new energy be real, or will you keep it theoretical? The active pressures of this week are not about dramatic change, but about showing up for the small steps that matter. Each moment asks you to decide whether to nurture your spark or let it fade. The path forward is shaped by what you're willing to welcome into your practical, everyday life. As you walk this path, it becomes clear that what's possible is not automatic. The potential you carry depends on your conscious engagement, the degree to which you meet the moment with presence and care. If you let the week flow by without noticing where your energy wants to go, the deeper invitation might pass unnoticed. But if you pause, if you let yourself feel both the uncertainty and the hope, something begins to shift. The fullness of what's possible is only unlocked by your willingness to be present, to respond not just out of habit but out of honest curiosity. It's a quiet but important threshold, and only you can cross it. What becomes possible is shaped by the attention you give to the newness in your life, by how gently you tend to the seeds that are just now being planted. Here, the Empress card enters, the invitation to growth, to letting life become more generous where you once felt limited. This is not a promise that everything will bloom by week's end, but an opening into a more nourishing way of being. With the Empress, potential feels like a softening. You sense the possibility for comfort, for beauty, for new connections that arise naturally when you are present. The invitation is to notice where you can let things unfold, rather than pushing or pulling. Growth here is not loud or dramatic. It is the slow, steady expansion that comes from taking care of what matters, from recognizing your own needs and honoring them gently. Your week's energy, if met consciously, allows for more ease, more pleasure, more authentic connection with the world around you. There's room for you to feel at home in yourself, to create or nurture something meaningful, whether that's a relationship, a project, or even a new way of thinking. The Empress energy invites you to trust that small beginnings, when tended with care, can become something beautiful over time. It's not about forcing outcomes, but about allowing space for what wants to grow in you. The sense of possibility is real, but it thrives only if you bring your attention and kindness to it day by day. As the week unfolds, the story of these 3 cards weaves itself through your days. The Ace of Wands brings you back to your own spark, the quiet longing for something more alive. The Ace of Pentacles grounds that longing in the real world, asking you to notice and accept the small invitations life offers. The Empress reminds you that when you meet yourself and your world consciously, you open space for real growth, not as a sudden transformation, but as a gentle unfolding. The emotional arc of this week is not about dramatic revelations, but about the slow and steady recognition of your own needs and the ways the world meets them. The tension you began with softens into acceptance. Your restlessness becomes a guide, not a burden. By honoring the spark within, responding to what the world brings, and allowing growth to happen at its own pace, you move from anticipation to quiet confidence. There is reassurance here, in knowing that you don't have to rush. The world meets you where you are, your energy matters. The life you want is shaped not by force, but by the way you tend to what is new, what is real, and what is quietly waiting to grow. Actionable insights for Aquarius this week. Let yourself follow a small curiosity, even if only for a few minutes today. Give attention to something new that brings you comfort, no matter how simple it is. Notice where your energy feels most alive, and allow yourself to linger there without expectation. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I honor the quiet spark in me. My small choices matter more than I think. I allow myself to grow at my own pace. I am ready to feel at home in my life. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.